Leica knew that the lives of her squad mates were in danger, but she wouldn't back down, not even when faced with the barrel of a gun. Bravely then, she took the bullets as they tore through her body, and only once her job was done did she collapse in pain. The U.S. war in Afghanistan began in 2001, shortly after the September 11 attacks. It was a bloody conflict, during which over 30,000 people were killed. However, thanks to the efforts of an unlikely hero, several lives were saved during one operation. That hero was a dog called Leica. Leica is a Belgian Malinois who was dispatched to Afghanistan for her 8th overseas military deployment. The protective pooch acted as a sniffer dog for her handler, U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Julian McDonald, and his squad. In 2013, moreover, she went above and beyond her duty and became a lifesaver in the process. During one mission undertaken in Afghanistan that year, Sergeant McDonald had sent Leica into a building to clear it of potential threats. It was then that the dog ran into resistance, however. An enemy soldier hiding in the building opened fire on her with an AK-47 assault rifle, and sadly, the bullets didn't miss. In fact, Leica was shot at point-blank range, taking 4 bullets in loyal defense of her handler and squad. And even with her wounds, the heroic hound managed to take down her attacker and save the lives of her human companions. Given her very serious injuries, though, her bravery had come at a cost. Indeed, while Leica may have completed her mission, her life was hanging in the balance. And as a result, she was rushed to emergency care. But the plucky pooch still managed to surprise some by clinging on through it all. To actually be shot 4 times at close range, she shouldn't even be here with us, Leica's veterinarian explained to ABC News in November 2015. In fact, Rebecca Switzer, who would later help support Leica's care financially, would add that the poor pooch was almost euthanized. Leica was hurt in her leg, her head. They wanted to put her down, she revealed while also talking to ABC News. Her squad mates had other ideas, though. The unit said, "If you put her down, we lose," Switzer added. Just as Leica had fought to protect her squad, then they too fought to save her life. But for 7 long hours, the operation to save the dog was touch and go. Thankfully, however, Leica's life was preserved, but it came with a cost. One of her front legs had to be amputated. Still, she had met a better end than some military dogs before her, who before 2000 were thanked for their service to their country with euthanasia. A law passed in the new millennium, however, ensured that Leica wouldn't meet the same fate. Indeed, Robbie's law now allows military dogs to be adopted when they're discharged from service. And for Leica, her handler McDonald wanted to do just that. On the day Leica got shot, instantly I felt the sense of urgency to fix her, he told National Geographic in May 2014. "I owe this dog every moment I have from here on out with my son, with my mother, with my family. I owe her everything," he added. But trying to take her home wasn't an easy process by any means. People were saying, "No, she's too aggressive," he explained. Still, McDonald pushed and fought to give Leica her forever home. He added to National Geographic, "She saved my life. That's why I'm here. So I owed it to her to save her life, and that's why I wanted to adopt her. That's why I fought so hard to adopt her." Eventually then, McDonald welcomed Leica into his home life and proved that the faithful dog wasn't a robotic violent killer. Indeed, it seemed as if she had a softer family side just waiting to share, and she especially hit it off with the surgeon's son Liam. He was just 1 year old when they first met. She went right up to Liam. She submitted and lay down on her back, McDonald said in his National Geographic feature. He got on top of her chest and was putting his hand in her mouth, and she wasn't doing anything. She was just lying there. "That was awesome to see. Like, wow, look at your vicious dog now," McDonald mused. Furthermore, Leica still put her military training to good use even though she was now a civilian. In fact, she became somewhat of a canine teacher to other dogs. McDonald kept her skills sharp, meanwhile, with bite work and bomb-sniffing practice. Sadly, though, Leica would go on to face yet another challenge in 2015. That year, she would break her remaining front paw, and there was a chance she might need it amputated. Nevertheless, the life-saving Leica wasn't without friends and support in the face of adversity. The previously mentioned Rebecca Switzer and her husband had met Leica a year previously at a fundraiser to try to get the dog an artificial leg. Generously, they had been helping support her funding ever since. And once more, the couple stepped up to get the dog the best treatment possible. With their help then, Leica was admitted to the University of Tennessee's veterinary hospital. But although her paw was saved, it meant that Leica would have to spend life outside the fast lane in the future. Regardless though, she wouldn't be lacking in affection and devotion. And, according to McDonald, his canine partner has plenty of love to give in return, not least because she has now found peace in her new family. If you bring a military dog into a home environment, they will become a product of that environment, he explained to National Geographic, because all animals learn to adapt and survive. That's ultimately what they're doing, adapting, surviving, and becoming part of the family. As for how much dogs like Leica are valued in the military, he added, "You can ask anyone who's ever been in a firefight. The dudes who have boots on the ground will tell you that these dogs are just like our brothers to our left and our right. Just like us, they deserve to be retired and we owe it to them. Our hats go off to them."